Today we are going to talk about what is the best programming language and what is the purpose and what is the business needs and why it is using. So let's look up these statistics. This is TOB index for September 2022. So this index is purely based on the popularity they are defining it and based on the skilled engineers worldwide and courses and third-party vendors they are using day-to-day life. Also the search engines, the daily basis, the programmers are using the Google, Yahoo, Wikipedia, Amazon, YouTube. They were searching the queries related to their programming languages. So based on these factors, the matrix, they are defining this index, and this index will vary every month, and they are updating in this page. So this is TOB index. Okay. So if you look at this September 2022, the Python is backed by first rank and followed by C, Java, C++, C Sharp, and SQL, Delphi. So these all are categorized based on their popularity ranking. So this ranking with their ratings, also the how many percentage got changed. Okay. So this graph, this DO programming community index, this graph indicates that the top programming languages, their popularity, how it will be on each year. Okay. So if you look at Python, this is the blue line. If you look at clearly, in 2002 it was in the down, but gradually it got increased. In 2022 it become up. So the popularity get increased. So based on the many factor which I told earlier. Okay. So if you look at Java, for example, in 2020, sorry, in 2002 it was in the top, but in 2022 it was gradually decreased. Now the popularity become little get reduced. Okay, so likewise the other programming languages also graph defined like that. Okay, and this is very long-term history about their programming language on each year popularity ranking. Okay, so if you take Python in 1997, it was the rank 28th, uh, and gradually it was increased. In 2017 it was fifth rank, and 2022 is the first rank. So likewise you can see each ranking on each programming language. Okay, so now let's talk about each top programming language and their business needs. Okay, so let's go with Python. So Python, it was initially introduced in 1991. It was become very popular language today's world. So many of the applications were developed with web development server side. So this is the major applications were introduced with this Python. And one more interesting factor is that this syntax, the Python syntax, were very easy. The user can easily understand completely. Also, these applications can be deployed into various platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberries. So many platforms like we can deploy into. Okay, and it's quite similar to the English language, like every word you can see it's quite readable. It's pretty much easy to do the coding. Okay, so let's see some code structure about this Python. Okay, so this is the code structure, the sample program. You can see there is a class is defined. Under that there is a function which has two parameters, and two parameters are set it up as the properties. Okay, so this line you can see the class is created with the properties passing to, and we are printing back these names and age of the person. We are printing back. Okay, so this is pretty much simple code. The number of lines you see, it is very less compared to other programming languages. Okay, so let's switch to other programming language also to see. Okay, so now this is Java. So Java was initially introduced by Oracle company in 1995. So there were around 3 billion devices are running with the Java. Okay, so major popularity is mobile applications. They were created with the Android, iOS applications. That is majority. Okay, the followed by desktop applications, web applications. Okay, and this is also deployed into various platforms like Windows, Mac, Linux, and this is also supports object-oriented programming. So object-oriented programming is nothing but like it involves class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, and encapsulation, data hiding. So these concepts will involve. Okay, so the Python also supports the same, and since this Python Java is open source, so anyone can download their setup tool to start their coding. Okay, so if you look at the code structure of Java, so you see the class is defined with the one variable declared, and and they printed back that value. X value it's equal to 5. We are printing back. Okay, so this is how the structure of Java looks like. Okay, okay. Let's switch to another programming language. Okay, C Sharp. So C Sharp was initially developed by Microsoft, which comes with a lot of frameworks. For example, .NET framework. Okay, so this is majorly using with Windows applications. You can see n number of variety of Windows applications were created with the C Sharp, with along with the Visual Studio. So we can easily drag and drop the component, and we can easily create the Windows applications in a faster manner. Okay, and followed by web applications and other web service applications also we can create, but the popularity goes with the Windows application. Okay, so let's look at the structure. So this is the structure with the student class, which has the student ID and student name. So we can create this class like new keyword, and we can set the values to that student ID and name, and we can print it back either using console or any UI component we can print back to. Okay, so this is how the structure will look like. Okay, now let's jump on to C++ programming language. The C++ programming language, which was comes with the object-oriented concepts. It was introduced in 1979, and this programming language, which was used in variety of industries. For example, operating systems like Windows, Mac, or Linux OSs are developed with the C++ language. And not only that, many of the gaming development areas they were using this C++ only. Also, the embedded systems, wherever the embedded systems like CAD related industries, so they were using the C++ concepts. Okay, so let's look at the code structure, how it look like. So this is how the class, for example, the box length and height, which was defined as a public accessibility parameter, and they were creating the box 1 and box 2, and we were defining the height of the each box, and we are getting back calculating the volume of the box, and we are returning back. Okay, so this is how the C++ code structure will look like. Okay, so now let's jump on the C programming. So C programming initially introduced in 1972, and they were developing this unique Unix operating system. So it is not supporting the object-oriented programming. It is like a simply general purpose procedural language. Okay, um, yeah. So if you look at the developed architecture, like we can create operating system with this C language, compilers, assemblers, databases, utilities, some two utilities. So we can create with this C programming language. Okay, it's not a high level language. It's a low level language without object-oriented supports. Okay, so let's look at Delphi. Okay, so Delphi is one of the language which calls alternative word as Object Pascal. Nowadays, it is becoming gradually very famous. So we can create the Windows, Android, iOS applications, but majorly Windows application is a very famous. So very lightweight, like the compiler is very powerful. We can build it and it will give you the powerful results. If you want to quickly start with the Windows applications, you can use this Delphi 11.2. So the Embedder as a company, they were gradually, I mean, they are giving the updates very often to the customers. Okay. Um, so let's look at the code structure of Delphi. So Delphi, it looks like this. The class was defined like this, so we can create the properties and procedures. So we can create the class like this, dot create, and we can pass some values to the parameters, sorry, properties, and we can print it back using this show message to the user. So it will pop up in the UI. Okay. So these all are the programming language. So let's conclude. So which one is the best? Okay. So in my point of view, it depends on the business need. Say example, if you want the server side applications, so you can go with the Python. Also the machine learning, you can go with Python. It is very easy. You can see a lot of third-party libraries. Okay. So if you want to go to the mobile application development, you can go with Java, which is very powerful. You can see a lot of examples in the online libraries, the supported files. You can find it for Java. Okay. So if we want to go with the creating operating systems or some other CAD related the memory wherever the memory related business needs are there, so you can go with the C++. Okay. And yeah, so likewise you can go with that. So if you want to develop the Windows applications, you can go with either Delphi or C# language. Okay. So it's about the dependent on the business need what you're looking for. And if you want to learn quickly about the programming language, first you can go with the C programming language, then you can jump with the any programming language you like to. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. If you like my video, like it, subscribe and share. Thank you. Bye bye.